movies, and money. The first signs that Hollywood is ready to step into the next phase of reopening. We have movie critic Erik Childress on the scene for us and covering what's happening. Good to see you there, Erik. Hello.
Hi, Angie.
While the world continues to deal with the effects of coronavirus and the pandemic, what can you report?
It appears that way, Angie. While the events of the past week have overshadowed what is a continuing health threat in this country, one major blockbuster is charting a course to getting restarted. Mission Impossible 7 halted filming back in February as they were in Venice, Italy, as the virus began to take a stranglehold over there. Well, now Simon Pegg, a co-star of the franchise since the third film, has said they will resume filming in September with proper precautions put in place. He joked that the film's fight scenes would have to be filmed about 5 feet apart, but individual testing for those in close proximity appears will be a thing, and they're going to start filming with the outdoor scenes. Now, the seventh film was slated to be released in July of next year, and this has been moved back to November, as has the eighth film, which is being shot back-to-back, as we can only imagine what Tom Cruise and director Christopher McQuarrie have in store for audiences on the rare series that seems to be getting better with each offering.
Not all filmmakers are ready to jump back into the fray. What are you hearing about Spike Lee's thoughts on the industry moving forward?
Well, Spike has never been known to mince words, and he was quite candid in expressing what I think much of the country is feeling when it comes to social gatherings. He said quite simply that he's not going to a movie theater or Broadway or a baseball game until a vaccine is found, and he believes the industry is going to follow suit. He referred to a recent SNL skit about a soap opera operating under social distancing conditions and wonders if there is any feasible solution to how productions are made safe enough. A poll conducted by Variety at the end of April of more than 4,000 adults found that 60% of them said they were not ready to go back to theaters, many of which have not even announced full-throated opening dates yet, even as Chicago is the first to move into Phase 3 of the reopening plan. This is not an immediate problem for Mr. Lee, as his new film, The Five Bloods, about a group of Vietnam buddies who travel back to the country to find a fortune of gold that they left behind, premieres on Netflix next week on June 12th.
Theater operators AMC and Cinemark are revealing some earnings news this week, and investors are reacting. Cinemark reports that a net loss of $59.6 million happened in the latest quarter. AMC, one of the biggest movie theater chains in the world, expects a massive first quarter loss in the range of $2.1 to $2.4 billion, but remains hopeful for a rebound. How do you see AMC coping with this moving forward?
Well, remember, Angie, that those reported losses came at a time when movie theaters were still open. It wasn't until about mid-March that theaters began closing. So it was a rough first quarter regardless, and then they have had nothing to show for it in the months from April to June. Mark Zoradi, a former Disney executive who is now the CEO of Cinemark, believes theaters won't be in their usual revenue rhythm until 2022. Then again, everyone is still hoping audiences will be enticed in July with the launch of Christopher Nolan's Tenet, but AMC and many theater chains are making plans to sort of ease folks back into their locations by playing classic films on the big screen again, some offered directly from studios and others specially chosen by the staffs themselves. That, I believe, is a good plan, though I am more interested to see if AMC follows through on their threat not to play any more Universal pictures. Many of the studio's bigger tentpoles like the next Fast and Furious, Jurassic World, and Minions don't drop until 2021, but the studio still does have films on the schedule for this year, including sequels to the new Halloween and the animated Croods, though I'm not sure AMC deciding to take a stand to keep the new Candyman film out of the theaters in September is going to get them the kind of press that they want in this current climate.
Well, lots to watch. Thanks so much, Erik.
Thank you, Angie.
For more Business First AM, check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.